Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to look at the 3 to 8 player game, White Elephant, published by Aether Games. In White Elephant, you're going to be playing to try to collect the least amount of junk and the most valuable sets of items. It's going to be played like a classic White Elephant game that you might play with your friends or family at holidays or whatnot. Let's go ahead down to the table. Here I'll give you a general overview of how to play the game, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the White Elephant game, card game. Now this game is going to take place over several rounds. And at the start of each round, we're going to deal out some gift exchange cards. And each player is going to take turns getting those gift exchange cards. And when the gift exchange is empty, which I'll show you in a second, or everyone has at least one card, that round ends. Now, a couple of things that you have to do to start off the game is you're going to take a look at this chart and you're going to determine your player count. And whatever your player count is, those are the cards that you're going to remove from your deck. And they're colored and they'll match the colors that are here for the cards. And you remove those all before you start. We're going to just pretend we're playing a 7-player game. Everyone's going to get 1 peanut, and the first player is going to get the elephant. Now the first player is going to be the person that last ate peanuts. If you don't want to do that, just randomly decide who you want to have as the first player. Now the name of this game is going to emulate like a White Elephant style party thing. What you're going to try to do is you're trying to get the least amount of points in the game. So you're basically trying to have the most valuable stuff and have the least junk. And I'll explain what that means in a little bit as we go on, but just understand that you're trying to get the least amount of points. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set up a gift exchange. And the way you're going to do gift exchanges is going to look at this board here, or this little chart, and wherever player count you have, so we have 7, you do the number of face up and face down cards. So in this case, we're going to do $11 face up cards or face down cards. So 4, 8, 11, and we're going to do 4 face up cards. The first player is going to take the elephant and put him out there, and the elephant's going to get a peanut next to him. Now, on your turn, so we're going to go in turn order, there's a couple different things you can do. You could take 2 or more gifts, so you could take 2 or more cards of your choice from the gift exchange and place them in the table in front of you. So you can take, well, I have these off the screen, you could take basically whatever you want from here. Once you have cards in front of you, your turn is skipped. But since people can take your cards, you're going to maybe get another turn. Now, one thing I did forget on here, for all these face down cards, which are considered a surprise, they get a peanut on top. Now, these peanuts that you get on top of these surprise cards, you actually don't get the peanuts until the end of the round. So you can't use these for any of the peanut-related powers that you have in the game. You can also not look at this card without using a peanut-related power. The other thing you can do is you could trade gifts. You could place one of the peanuts in the gift exchange to take all the cards in front of another player and put them in front of you. So if I have a peanut, I can place the peanut over here by the elephant and take all the cards from someone else. And that includes all their surprise cards. I could also spend a peanut to peek at a surprise card from myself or an opponent, because I could also take those cards. Now, the last thing you could do is you could clear out the gift exchange. And that is, someone grabs this elephant, they'll get all the peanuts, they'll get all the cards, and they'll come to them. Now that's how the round's going to end. It's either going to end when everyone has a card, or when someone takes the elephant. So that's when the round ends. Now when you start a new round and you put new out, what's left over will remain. You'll just add that amount that you're supposed to every round, so this can get pretty large. what you're trying to do throughout the game is you're trying to limit your points. And there's a couple different ways that you could do this. You're trying to create collections. And collections are going to be when you have the most cards of any suit, and the suits are all colored. If I'm getting these blue ones here, then I need to try, because these are high numbers up here, I need to try to get all these blues. And I need either to tie with the highest or have the highest. If I do that, then all of the cards of the suit here total, like the whole suit, is worth 1 point. If I fail to do that, then all of my cards are considered junk and they're worth the point value on the top. Any leftover peanuts that I get throughout the game are -1 point each. The player with the least amount of points in the game wins. And this game plays pretty quickly. You're going to burn through this deck pretty fast. And once that happens, like I said, the end scoring happens, and the person with the least amount of points wins. Let's go ahead back up the table here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on White Elephant. Okay, so White Elephant is a great party game. It plays up to a super high player count. You can play up to 8 players. The game goes very quickly, and it's a lot of fun. This is going to be the type of game that you have a lot of table talk on. You're going to have a lot of interaction with other players that are just spurred on by just being friends and family and having fun, and also having to interact with other players, being like, well, maybe I will steal your gifts with my peanut and whatnot, and maybe I will take all the ones in the middle. There's a lot of strategy that can come into this game too, because you notice how it's open for, like, I could just on the first turn just say I get all the cards in the middle. Well, there's a lot of hidden surprises in there. I'll get a lot of peanuts, but at the end of the game I'm probably going to lose because I'm probably going to get a ton of points. So you have to go in with the strategy of being like, okay, well, I'm going to get these ones and mitigate what you get in there. And once you get those, try to get the highest of those sets and all sorts of stuff. So there's a lot of things in the game, but in the end, it's just a fun family weight card game. So if you're looking for like a high player count game that is fun to play and really easy to set up and quick, this is a game that I think you want to check out. So that's my thoughts on White Elephant. Thank you for watching.